2 words. Gambling addiction. I have one, you need one, and I got one. And today, we're looking at Bingle Bingle. This is a game that refused to record properly when I was using OBS game capture. Piece of fucking shit flipped upside down and was smashed to the left side of the screen. That was just a rant for no reason. Bingle Bingle is a game about roulette, and it's about roulette. It's just a roulette game. Take Balatro and replace the cards with a thing that spins, and then you put a ball inside the thing that spins. That is a roulette wheel, and that is what Bingle Bingle is. You might have asked, why did you just bring up Balatro? You brought it up and then you literally replaced the mechanics of it with Bingle Bingle. But what we didn't get rid of was the other parts of Balatro that aren't the cards, which is the roguelite part. It's a roguelite roulette. And yeah, some of you probably just like were sighed and were like, I need a fucking roguelite, bro, I'm fucking course. But hear me out. The gambling roguelite series is kind of fun because, one, I only have to spend real money when I first buy the game. And then after that, I don't have to. Unlike real gambling, where I don't have to do it at all, and I still do it because I'm a fucking idiot. I have no money in my bank account. I'm overdrafting negatively, horribly. I'm going to lose everything very soon. Money wells aside, Bingle Bingle is a great little game. I don't know if I would say it's super as in-depth as Balatro, but what is depth in like a roguelite? I mean, it's just supposed to be random every time. I think if you enjoy the fact that Balatro is like a card game and a bit of like a gambling simulator, and care less about the fact that it's a roguelite, or you don't care about how important the roguelite parts of it are, I guess, then Bingle Bingle is it. I've seen some people, at least in the Steam reviews, talk about how it's not like amazing, you know, they're like, I play it for a little bit, but it gets, you know, blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, it's not as difficult as Balatro a lot of the time. I would say Bingle Bingle's a bit easier, but that doesn't mean it gets difficult, because again, a roguelite progressively gets harder as you play. Like, it just, you know, you need Balatro, you need more money, you know, the ante is bigger every round, and eventually, you know, you basically have to be making an infinite amount of money as your winnings every single round. And I would assume Bingle Bingle is kind of the same as that. I haven't made it that far personally, but it's not super difficult. There is a slight like learning curve in the beginning. It's like got this, I don't want to say difficulty, because I just said it wasn't difficult, and that would be contradictory, and I would never, I can't fucking speak, how about that? I would never contradict myself like that. I'm not that type of person. I am a better person than you are. I'm a better person than you think I am. As if you think I'm anything less than, yeah, I'm a pretty horrible person, so there's probably not a lot of things that I am worse than, because I am the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Minus that, Bingle Bingle isn't the worst. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good, to be honest. I guess there could be some negatives to spell out somewhere in this video, so I guess I'll spell them out here. It is, I don't really know. I don't really have any negatives to it. It's just one of those games where it's like, it's not even worth the effort to like have a negative, or to try to think of a negative, and there's also like no glaring issues with it. Like, you could play one match of Battlefield 6 and find negatives to the game. I've played a couple rounds of Bingle Bingle, and there's nothing that has really hit me into being like, yeah, like I need to talk about this, or damn, this is annoying every time I play it, because roguelites are just different. Like, if I play one match of Bingle Bingle and I lose in the first round, that's not necessarily a bad thing about the game. That's just naturally part of roguelites is difficulty and like a bit of RNG. I guess what you could complain about is maybe stuff in the shop, or how many, coins you get per round, or how the mechanics work a certain way. I guess I could see some complaints about mechanics and discards and stuff, but I think for what it is and what it has going for it, it's fine. Again, this is a game that has kind of a little bit more going on than maybe Balatro, where Balatro is a card game with the card decks and stuff, and I feel like it's much easier to make that into a roguelite compared to just a literal roulette wheel, and I feel like they've done a pretty good job at turning a literal roulette wheel into a roguelite, and I think it's really fun. It's I don't want to say it's aesthetically the same as like Balatro, but it's kind of got this own thing going on, a little bit Balatro vibey when I play the game, and it's just overall enjoyable. I don't want to say that the soundtrack isn't as crazy as Balatro's is, and it's, I don't know, the background isn't anything special to go off of, but I think overall it has its charm, and it's a nice little game to play. Bingle Bingle was fun, and still is fun as I still play it, because it's just a good game overall, and it was well worth the money spent for it. I've had it on my wish list for a while now, and since it was the Christmas season, I thought to myself, let me buy myself a couple games this Christmas. I have some stuff on the mind, let's buy stuff that I've been looking into, and Bingle Bingle was one of those games that I was looking into and wanted to give a try, and it was worth it, and I found the game extremely enjoyable and fun. I don't have a whole lot of time on it right now. I'm not like 100 hours deep, but it is a fun game to open up and play. Similar vibes to Balatro. So if you like Balatro and you just want a gambling type game, I guess, roguelite type game, then this is for you. Other than that, it's Bingle Bingle.